going on, y'all? Y'all, what's going on? Alright, so I am Huggie Pacino for those of you who just arrived to this channel. This is Huggie Pacino Live 2. The reason I'm over here is because quiet is kept. Only a few know. I got a strike on well, now it's formerly Huggie Pacino 7, but it's Huggie Pacino Live 1. I got a strike over there. I got a strike because that was a 20-second video I made about maybe 3-4 months ago about having a strike on number 7 and going to number 6. So I have to go live over here, and that's the reason I've always kept the backup channel for a second live because it's inevitable. And that's what happens. People just find any reason to flag you. It don't have to be right. I just filed an appeal today. So I don't know what they're gonna say. I said what I had to say. What's up, Wax, bro? I said what I had to say. It's a 20-second video. It's like the intro you just saw. It's the intro, and it's just words. It's just words. Let's say, I have a strike on channel 7. Go to number 6. That's all it said, and it flagged me for spam and deceptive practices. That's exactly what it flagged me for. I mean, this is nothing new to me. This shit happens all the time, right? You know what I mean? So for those who want to know why I got 9 channels or 10 at one point, well, that's why I got all these channels. I can't keep just one. I can't just have one channel. I just want just one channel. I don't want a bunch of them. It's just that simple. In the meantime, I think YouTube fixed it where you can see your view count go up and go down. Oh, word? Okay. But I want to talk about something I see often. Something that goes, that's always ignored, and we just pretend it never happened. And there's gonna be some things I speak on where people are sweeping under the rug amongst themselves as family members, friends, or whatever. And it's child abuse and the side effects thereof. A good friend of mine was telling me something I see all the time about young girls roaming the streets of Memphis, Tennessee, where I live, and these young girls are selling themselves. Let me put y'all on game real quick. There's multiple apps. Like, if you're like me, if you've been there, done that, you've been on POF, you've been on Moco Space, you've been on Tinder, you've been on Instagram, Snapchat, all these different apps and these sites and these social media platforms. When you go to these platforms, you're gonna see, it's an inevitable cycle. You're gonna see girls selling themselves. You're gonna see P2P, which is called pay to play. You're gonna see young girls or older women that are like in their probably close to 40, but a lot of those girls are experienced, but these young girls probably never got out of high school, never graduated. There might be some of these girls are underage. Let's just call it how we see it. And a lot of these young girls have nowhere to go because the families that were supposed to raise them as families, they left them. Case in point with the young boys. When it comes down to abuse could be verbal, abuse could be physical, abuse could be any form of neglect, things of that nature. Like, I know exactly how this movie ends. I've seen abused women, abused girls. Like, what's funny is that I have met more abused women than women that weren't abused. I've met many of them. I know I dated more. I've been in relationships with more women who've been abused, whether it be physical abuse, verbal abuse, if they've been raped, molested. These are things we don't like to talk about. It's like a taboo subject. So, and I want to take some calls if anybody want to discuss it. But side effects of child abuse leads to trying to find love, trying to find happiness, trying to find quote unquote a father if you're a girl growing up with no man. A man looking for a mom, a boy looking for a mom when he grows up to be a man. This is why, if you think about the Baby Boy movie, the concept is very clear. He calls the home the crib. He calls his girlfriend mom. It's a deep concept because most people never thought about it. And if you think about it, he's not even self-sufficient. He doesn't know how to be independent, think for himself, do for himself, live and take care of themselves. See me? I had my dad around. I had my mom around. And one thing about my mom is she taught me the values of cooking, cleaning, being self-sufficient. So, well, bet you ruining my life, bro. What's up with you? What's up, D-Right? Yeah, so Julio wants some love, y'all. Hold on. Come on. Talk to the people. What's up, boy? You want to talk to the people? Say, hey, my new flea collar. I have to cut this flea collar down, too. See, I took me a bath and I got these fleas off of me. You got some camera love? Say what's up. Say what's up to the beautiful lady. Hey, ladies, I'm single. Holla at your boy. Look, this is Julio King Productions. Holla at your boy. Purple Hearts, where the Purple Hearts at? Oh, kidding. Okay, just kidding. Go kill me. Get in that bed, boy. Anyway, so case in point, the thing with child abuse, when they get older, they run into this level where they're looking for love, they're looking for hope. Julio, bed. Come on now. Bed now. They're looking for love. So what happens is they go looking for it in the wrong place. They find the wrong individual. They get persuaded. They get influenced, and they end up into a life they don't want to. I wasn't supposed to be woke. I was supposed to be waking up at 8:30, but that didn't happen. So that's my got a girl. You got a girl for what? We'll talk about that later. What's up, Renee? So whether it be the streets, whether it be being prostitution, whether it be gangs, whether it be selling drugs, they look for some form of comfort. Sometimes even the crime or bad lives that they live, or being, a lot of things lead to comfort when most people, even if it's negative. So what happens is they look for something. And I think about a lot of times where I was in a zone where I wasn't comfortable, and I still wonder, like, how did I not end up involved with gangs, and streets, and thugs, and how did I not end up homeless? How did I build enough courage to say, you know what? Julio, bro, come on, bro. Bed. Come on, bro. Come on now. Come on. Bed. He wants some cam time. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah, so that's what happens with abusive homes. And let's just call it what it is, because I want to be specific here. Black girls, as a majority, are being terrorized in their own homes by, number one, the mom. And a lot of people don't want to admit to that. Not saying that just because you got it figured out, just because you treat your daughter better, does not mean that it doesn't happen. So I don't need a disclaimer. You know what I mean. So what happens is the mom is terrorizing the daughter, and then mom, in most cases, don't have a father for the child, or pick the wrong guy. So that what happens is there's a void that needs to be filled, and next thing you know, the mom end up having, let's say, quote unquote, a boyfriend. And that's how majority of the stories I've heard. It's probably one story where I heard where a dad molested his own daughter. But I've heard stories over and over where mom had a boyfriend and had sex with her daughter. as an underage child. I've heard that story so many times. Personally, I've heard that story. And it pains me because there was probably one woman in my entire life where she just wouldn't, she just was so, she was just so, she was just so she was just so mad at the world to the point where it was like I couldn't tell her anything, I couldn't teach her anything, I couldn't talk to her. She would break down. She was just like, I don't want to talk, and then when she does want to talk, she would just come into this mode where she just explodes and just breaks down, has a nervous breakdown, literally. And a lot of times, they need someone to express themselves to. They need to vent. They need to, and quote unquote, trust me, you don't need a therapist to have therapy. You can talk to someone and vent and have therapy. You can use YouTube as therapy. Not a good idea, but it's a place where you can vent, because there's some people who might care about what you're going through. I wouldn't pick this type of atmosphere, but you know what I mean. So this is the thing. The young girl, and at the time I was 24. So at the time she was 22, I was 24. And she came out, and this was the one that told me, and I quote, that it was her dad that molested her. And these are stories that I've heard. And she has never forgave her mom for knowing it and never doing nothing about it when she finally told her what happened. Which leads to the other side effect. Hiding the fact that they've been abused. Hiding the fact that they've been through what they've been through. And as I was stating on Facebook, hurt people hurt people. This is why I don't believe in the what's good for me is good for you mentality. I don't think that's a good thing, because I got my ass whooped as a child. I don't think whooping my child's ass is a good idea. It might be to you, but not to me. The reason, number one reason why, is because when you think about slavery, you think about the plantation, you think about the slave, you think about the slave master, and whenever the slave gets out of line, the slave master whoops his ass. Let's just say you don't want to use that as a good analogy. The idea of physical punishment is a form of violence toward a minor. There's ways to handle physical punishment. I get it. But physical punishment, and once you put your hands on the child, that's considered violence. When you use, let's say you use a switch, a belt, it's considered a weapon. Like you actually put a bruise on a child. There's certain things you can do. Take things away from them. Don't reward them for bad behavior. Hey, my son is not a line. I've literally had to, like, maybe once put him in check for bristling up at his mom. Maybe once. Alright? So he never bristled up at me. My son don't play. I'm pretty sure he watching. I don't play. Like, yo, I asked him, like, yo, you want to go in the backyard? Because, he's not little no more. He's about 5'9". Like, yo, I'm 6 feet. Like, yo, I wouldn't care if you 6'5". I'm still your pops. My dad, like I said, my dad is older. And I know I could take my dad, like, in a one-on-one. I don't even think about it, just out of fear, knowing that, this is my dad and I respect him highly. I would never think about trying to. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. What type of respect do you have for your parents? What type of respect do you have? I never cussed my mom out, never mistreated her, never dogged out, never disrespected her. Our differences are our differences, but one thing I can always say about my mom is I never disrespected her. Not even in secret. You understand? However, I didn't grow up in an abusive home. I got my ass whooped, but I don't really call that abuse. Been there, done that. I fucked up. I did a lot. I didn't really have the best childhood. I didn't get the video games. I didn't get the shoes that I wanted. I ain't have the best Christmas. I ain't get none of that, really. It depends on the child. Yeah, you got a point there. It does, because it depends on what you do. I guess if it's like a certain length, because I got ass whoops. I got whooped with the extension cord. out the tub. I got to whoop them with extension cords. I got to whoop them with switches. You know what I mean? I don't even know. I don't even remember I don't even remember ass whoopings with a belt. I don't remember that. Julio's trying to. He knows I'm online. Like he's playing with me, yo. Chris don't be flirting in my room. Anyway, shout out to Chris Thorne. Show subscribe to Chris Thorne, man. That's my dude, man. Man, so who wants to talk about this subject? The phone lines are open. I had a guest here, guest number 18. They left the call. So who wants to talk about this idea of child abuse and its side effects? Because, well, I rode around my city and I see prostitutes. The girls look no older than maybe 16, 17, 18. And I just think, like, goodness, man. Like, I be thinking, like, man, my son got to grow up one day and he got to deal with this reality. Like, prostitution has always been a part of life. Julio is just, he won't leave my right side. Bro, he doing this shit because he know I'm lying. I was just laying on the couch and he didn't touch me at all. You full of shit, bro. You know that? Now you... What up? Bet. Bet, man. Come on, bro. Bet. He looking like, nigga, what you gonna do? You lie. You ain't finna stop this shit. You full of shit. He full of shit. He looking like, yeah, what you gonna do? Stop your YouTube to go put me a check? He full of shit. He know what he doing too. Full of shit, bro. Get in the bed, yo. Come on, bro. Bed. Let's call in number. It's right on the screen. It's 605-562-0444. And you put the show ID. It's gonna ask you for the show ID. You press pound, and it will pop up in the corner over here, as I can see on this other screen. It will pop up and show me that you're on the line. I'll let you in, and you can speak. Oh, Teresa changed that profile picture. Uh-oh. How you doing, Miss Teresa? Leave Julio alone. Julio full of shit. He know damn well. He's like, yeah, that nigga lying. He ain't gonna do shit. What you gonna do? You gonna put me a check, nigga? What you gonna do? You ain't finna get up. He know it. He know it. That's why he's staring at me like that. And there's a lot of things, if y'all don't know, if y'all have a problem calling these this because it's a website called TalkShoe. If you have a problem calling this, what you have to do is you have to call your phone provider, give them the number, and tell them to unblock the number so you could be able to call the number for free. Calling number, can't see. Y'all can't see the call-in number. Am I bugging here? Hold on, let me fix it. Maybe let's fix this. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me fix that. Alright. Okay, come on now. Yeah, come on. Come on, yo. I hate Xsplit, yo. Xsplit is just... Xsplit is full of shit, yo. Let's make this bigger. Alright. Got it. I'll bring this up here. Alright. We got a first caller here. Up there, you just change the font. Yeah, it's like, it's not. Hold on. I'm gonna let you in 1 second. Give me a second here. Oh, I can't. This is weird. I want to change the color of the font. It won't even let me. There you go. Alright, it's acting right now. Alright, can y'all see it now? Is that better? Let me put a blue outline now. Make sure y'all can see it. Or a black outline. Yeah, black outline. What's up, Miss Hidden Treasures in the building? Subscribe to Hidden Treasures too. And Wax Dog. My guy Wax Dog. Alright, is that better? Did y'all see it? I'm gonna let my guy in. Hold on 1 second.
Unmuted.
There we go. Alright, what's going on with you, bro? Okay, here we go. There we go. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, what up? Shit, Reggie was right. Yeah, I just called this motherfucker his ass talking about, you use your Shure plan or some shit. Damn, when they start charging for this shit?
Yeah, they want some of that bread, I guess.
I don't know, but it's another way you could do it too, man. You can get them a link and they can come in with that link. I
Oh,
gotta
word.
do that shit myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta do that shit myself. See, when you get them the link, I think they had to create like a nickname or whatever name they want to use, then they can get in like that too, and people can still hear them. So that would probably be the best way to go. If they charging folks not to call this motherfucker, so that's probably another reason why a lot of people don't call into my shit, because they probably get charged for it.
Yeah, that's
Hell
fucked up.
no.
No, you make sense.
Anyway, this subject right here, man, is always a touchy subject because, back in our day, I think we got child abuse confused with just a regular ass whooping. And, back in our day, kids had a habit of, if they didn't really like the home they was in because they were getting punished all the time, they knew how to play the system. So they would use their term, they was getting beat and abused, when sometimes that was not the case. You just get your ass whooped because you was doing shit that you had no business doing.
Right.
Now, back when we was growing up in the 80s and 90s, I don't think CPS was just really heavy involved. Like, the shit is so easy to do now, because if it was plenty of times I want to call them motherfuckers my mama. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna keep it lie, man. There's plenty of times I want to call the CPS my mom. But then my daddy, he was like, nah, man, don't call that fuck, man, because I want the folks all up in my business. I'm like, what business? You ain't did shit. I mean, what business you talking about?
All right. Exactly.
So, I really don't know. Yeah, I'm confused about what you say his business, because you're not the one that did the action list. You just trying to keep from him seeing that you a piss poor ass dad or something, But other than that, though, I don't think they got anything to do with you as far as abusing me, because, dude, you never really just put your hands on me, to be honest. But she did, though. Now, we talking about my mom's, man, slapping motherfuckers in the face. I remember one time she got mad at me, dude, because, we don't know how your folks was about Nintendo. When Nintendo was a hot commodity.
Yeah.
They, the Nintendo cartridges, they had, man, my mom was real strict about trading cartridges. And she
Man,
was
what?
like, go back then. Cause that shit right there, that shit there was expensive,
Yeah.
Right that time, we didn't have no job to buy that shit, so we depended on mom and dad or whoever to buy that shit. So
Right.
she was real strict on me trading cartridges. But man, we still did the shit anyway, because we got one game. We get tired of playing that shit, so what we gonna do? We go to somebody else's house, see they got games we ain't got, we wanna trade with them and shit. And look how we used to do it. We used to tuck that shit in our drawers.
Yep.
From my mom's and shit, took that shit in our drawers.
You know what I'm talking about? Sneak out the
bowl
house with
up
this
like
shit.
a Nintendo cartridge.
Yeah.
You bowls up like a Nintendo cartridge and shit, man. So
Yeah.
you tuck that shit in your nuts, man, and go trade the game and shit. But anyway, though.
So are you telling me that you was handing out like nut cartridges? Yeah. That's
Hell yeah. So, cause I remember around that time, Double Dragon 2 had came out. You know what I'm saying? That shit was shit.
Yeah.
And I borrowed it from my partner. And one night I was at home just chilling, man. And something told me just look out the window. I look out the window. I seen them come to the apartment. I said, "Oh man, these folks can come get their fucking game back, man."
Yeah.
And they doing it. My mom at home. So man, they did that shit. She fussing and hooting and hollering at me and shit, man. And this woman got so mad at me, dude, that she literally got on top of me and started hitting me in my face, man, with a ball fist. You feel me?
Ooh.
And I was just like, what the fuck was that? All this over Nintendo.
That was MMA before MMA. God damn.
That's what I'm saying. All this over Nintendo cartridge. So, um, I looked at it like this. Cause my mama, she had a habit of just doing shit, and it wasn't the fact that she was being a mom. It's the fact that I think it was power control to her because you can only say so much and do so much, and she was so much of being a show off. And a lot of women they still do that shit today. Once they got an audience, they love showing their ass. So she was one of them folks like that that like to show her ass or whatnot. And as I grew older, man, I just started thinking to myself, bro, like, because when I saw my sister grow up, my sister didn't get half of the shit that got done to me when I was growing up. And I paid attention to that shit. She got a lot of passes, bro, for real. And she had a lot of people that was helping her on her journey of growing up to adulthood and whatnot. But I didn't get the same shit. So I just started saying to myself, like, damn, is it the fact that my mom's hated that she had a son or something? Did she really wanted two gals, or what was it? And I started feeling like that. She hate the fact that she got a son. So since she got a son, she gonna take her anger and frustration out on her damn son. And to this day, I still do kind of feel like that. She hate that she got a son, but she can't do none of the shit she was doing now that she was doing then, because I'm a grown ass man, and she hate the fact that I can speak my mind now, and she hate that shit. I can tell she do. But yeah, man, this shit was so fucked up. She had me thinking that, like, damn, do you hate you got a son or something? But look at the royalty that my sister get. She got her ass whooped too, but she didn't get treated like I was getting treated, girl. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, man, this subject right here needs to be discussed. It can be kind of touchy for some folks, because some people probably had it worse when they actually was getting abused. So yeah, man, shit crazy.
Let me say this though. Your little sister, she's the only one under you, right? She's the only. Your little sister's the only one under you.
On my mom's side, yeah, and I got two brothers on my dad's side.
Okay, so let's just say your mom only had one after you. Alright, now you experienced the same thing I experienced, where I got a little sister and you got a little sister, and we the last son, and I'm the last son, and then she had one little girl left, and that was the last of the Mohicans. So what I noticed is that I think what it is that when mothers have one more child, they end up having this fresh feeling of having a baby, right? And that baby gets the attention, and I think you being one that was before, because I'm pretty sure you like me, your mom treated you like you was the baby when you were young, right? Before she showed up. And so when she showed up,
well, I don't know, man. I heard different stories of when I was an infant, I should do certain shit, but I can't just really say that's neither here nor there, because I can't remember shit when I was an infant, so I don't know. But I heard little stories though.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, we'll just say that. Let's just say the girl, because you said the girl got treated a lot more fair than you, and better than you, and she didn't do the things that she did to you that she did to her. And I don't think it's really that. I think it's more so the fresh new outlook on having another child, and this is like the baby, and that's just how it is. I don't understand why it's that way, because I mean, I don't have. Okay, Miss Teresa. I don't have another child. I only got one, so he get all the attention. So it's like, but if I had another child, I wouldn't treat the other one no different. I would give the other one more attention based on being an infant or a baby, because babies are a lot more delicate. They need a lot more attention, care. But I wouldn't be like, let me neglect my oldest son because I got another one. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of that comes with that. And then her being a girl is just even more. Because I remember my mom, when like my little girl was a baby, she just would light up. She would really light up. And then as she gotten older, now they don't get along too well. So it's like, but that's the reality. Like, yo, you did all that. I was the baby, and now what's up, Logic? What's good? Subscribe to Food, Clothing, Shelter. Trademark, by the way. Um, what I noticed was with that is that as they grew, the dad was more of the favorite parent to her, and the dad didn't get along with her mom, so it was kind of like they were like verbally double team her ass. And I would laugh at this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, ah, but you just you mistreat you kick me out the way. But look at what you did over here. What's up, Joanna?
Right.
Yeah, so that's what come with the territory. Like, yo, like you set up and did all this baby, and now this girl is 17, 16, 17. Now she's became rebellious towards you because you started,
Right.
and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that she had more of a connection to her dad than my mom as she grew, and my mom didn't like that shit. My mom did not like that. I can sense that. You know what I'm saying? So I I think more so is that bond with the daughters better than the bond with you. That's just the only thing I could
I
think of.
don't know, man. That probably what it was. I remember this one time. I'm gonna let you go get to the next caller. I remember this one time. My mom, she was so shitty or asshole. Uh, I don't know if anybody in the chat ever got a whoop with a stitcher cord, but I have plenty of times. And, one time, she hit me with a stitcher cord. And man, had purple bruise marks all up and down my arm and shit. And this motherfucker sent me to school the next day with my arms wide open, and then folks see this shit. The folks were seeing this shit and looking like, what the fuck going on at your house, But like I said, back then, like I said, I don't think protective service was real big. Wasn't nobody really just calling police or the child protective services and all shit like that.
Right.
She had sent me to school, like that and shit, man. And she was proud to do that shit because, like, a couple of years later, a homeboy of mine, he passed away. He was like, somebody went and told my mom some bullshit, talking about I was going around telling people she beat me or something. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but somebody went back and told her somebody I was going to lies on she beat me or something. And she called me to the house, and my homeboy with me, and he was like, she had said, you ever noticed me to beat him? And he told her straight up. He said, well, I'm going to put it to you like this. He said, I remember one time in school, they said Chris had purple bruise marks all up and down his arm. So, I mean, I don't know what you would call it. And this was her response was to her. I remember like yesterday, you know what? I remember that. I whooped your ass good. I forgot what you did. I whooped your ass good. I said,
Yeah, that's cold blooded.
You proud of that? Really, you proud of that? So I like, hell no, but my sister never got whooped with a sister cord. I don't even think my sister ever got whooped with a belt, So, I mean, switch. I don't even think she ever got whooped with a switch.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know. Folks try to say, she got to be a man, but she going about the wrong way of doing it. I mean, she can't do it, period, to be honest. She can't do it, period.
Say it again, bro. Let them know that.
She said she tried to teach her to be a man, but she going about the wrong way to do it. She can't do that, period. I said, because here's the thing. How can you teach me how to be a man when you fuck me? So, I don't get it.
All right.
What can you teach me how to be a man when you fucking man? So, and then not only that, you have fucked multiple men out your life. So, what can you teach me?
All right.
So, I don't get it. I didn't get it, but it's all good, though. It's all good, though. None of that shit she does rubbed off on me, man. So fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's why I said as long as that's why I said we can overcome things and say, you know what, man, we ain't like that. And you ever wonder like, damn, how did I not become the way I was raised? You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. And then you got you light skinned, so damn, bruises on light. I used to hate this shit because if you were darker, you couldn't see these bruises. Now you light skinned, it bruises all on your arm. Like that's obvious they gonna see that. You couldn't even hide it.
Exactly.
And like tattoos, tattoos on light skinned people, you can see them a lot easier compared to darker skin or brown. You know what I mean? So that's fucked up though. And then they didn't do shit, so it's like it was different back then. They looked at it like, oh, you got what you deserve. Like, that's how it was. Like, now you better not bring your child to school with no bruises. Not today.
Right.
Especially at charter school, it was a girl, it was a boy. They locked that boy parents up, man. That man came to school with he had a bruise on his eye, and he had a cut alongside his forearm, right? It was he needed stitches. The cut was so fucking deep. He needed stitches to show the white meat, like healing up. You know that little. I don't want to make nobody sick, but you know when the white meat showing, you can see the healing up of it, and it's like infected. And they asked him what happened. He said, man, he didn't want to say nothing all day. He got to the principal's office. He said his mom did it to him. He locked him, like locked his mom up.
That, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
And
All right, man. Well, that's all I got on this topic, man. Shit, man. We'll let you get on to the next caller, man. Shit, rip rap.
all right, then, peace, bro. Appreciate you for tuning in. That was Chris Thorns. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Chris Thorns Show. You know what I'm saying? Real good brother. Been my friend for, 15 years now? A long goddamn time, know that. Too damn long. Yeah, I mean, so we go back to when, the time I remember was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying came out. That's what I remember. We go back with FedEx, catching the shuttle bus. I remember shit like that. My mama did not whoop me, but my grandma surely did. Yeah, my grandma whooped my ass, but I don't know how many times though. And you know what I used to hate? Cause my family grew up in Marianna, Arkansas. Y'all can look that shit up, and they grew up in Marianna, Arkansas. I used to go see my grandma on the weekend, not weekend, summer. There was maybe a couple of summers I went to see my grandma, and they had the biggest fucking grass field, the backyard and front yard I've ever seen in my life. And they didn't have a riding lawnmower. And then it wasn't the lawnmower that rolled. It was the one you had to push. I would cut that front and backyard. She made me cut the front and backyard. Pick peaches, pick the apples, pick the what else she used to grow? She used to grow peaches. She used to grow peaches and apples, and I can't remember what else she used to. I think tomatoes. She used to grow the stuff in her yard, and I remember stuff like that, like where I had the most boring summer. No cable, no video games, no nothing. It's hot. Cause something about old people, they don't like being cold. It is weird. Like I guess when you turn 50 and 60, you don't like the cold weather. You just I'd be like, Grandma, can you cut the air on? If you're hot, take your ass outside. I'd be like, yo, it's summertime, yo. What do you mean? It's cool out there than it is. And I never understood that. And I'd be like, why would you tell me to go outside? It's like 90 degrees. That shit was weird. So, hey, what's up, Giggles? What's good? What's good? So look, yeah, like Chris was saying, yeah, we used to get our ass whooping, like, and it was okay. Like, it's not okay, we look back on it, we can laugh about it. I think the worst ass whooping I got was, me and my sister got an ass whooping, and my second oldest sister, right? And, well, we had this thing where we was, like, on certain ass whoopings, and my sister was on her, like, every time we would get ass whooping, it started with one switch, and we work our way up to how many switches we get. So my my older sister was she was on her 7th switch. I was on like my 3rd. And I used to hate this shit where she would go first. So I'm listening to her get her ass whooped, and it's terrifying, right? Cuz I have to listen to this and I have to be like, damn, I'm next. And my stepdad used to do some cute little corny shit like he will like have a cigarette, smoking a cigarette, whooping her ass, and then he'd be like, hey, go get me another cigarette, come back and you next. I'd be like, dude, why would you send me on a fucking mission to go get a cigarette and you finna whoop my ass when I come back? Like, what kind of shit is that? I used to sit back and wonder, like, I'm gonna ask him one day, like, bro, did you used to just get a kick out of whooping ass? Like, why would you say that? Like, oh, go get this and go give me a water, go give me a beer. I'm gonna drink my beer and whoop your ass like next. Like, shit was weird. Like, I didn't get that. Like, what is the purpose of doing that? Yeah. Well, something about grandmas. They make the best pie. All of them. Apples and cherries. I'm allergic to cherries though. I'm allergic. I'm allergic to cherries and seafood. And I wasn't always allergic to that. I ate seafood before because I used to eat shrimp fried rice. I used to eat at Red Lobster and all of that. I remember cracking crabs. I used to eat them when I was younger, but for some reason now I'm allergic. And I'm allergic to cherries. And I used to eat cherry pie all the time when I was a kid. And my grandma used to make that shit. It's just weird. I don't understand that. I need to figure out why all of a sudden I'm allergic to both of those things. I can't even smell seafood. I can eat fish, but no shellfish, no crab, no shrimp, no lobster, none of it. I can't even smell it. If I smell it, my throat will swell up and my breathing will get cut very short and my throat will feel like it's like swollen up. I mean, one day I fell asleep and my cousin was cooking in my mom's kitchen and they had this bar area and they had the window you can come through and the aroma would come through the room to where we used to call the garage, but they turned it into a living room. And the aroma would come through. As I was asleep, I woke up, and next thing you know, I woke up and I had to do like just to breathe. I couldn't breathe at all. Like it was like I woke up like, and it was like the hell, and my head was hurting. My head was hurting. I couldn't breathe, and I felt like I was about to die. And I already had been informed about allergic to seafood. So as I got up, I go in the kitchen, right? And I'm at my mom's refrigerator, hitting the ice machine and getting the water. And I look to the left and I'm looking at these fat ass strips on the fucking stove. And I was like, yo, why are you cooking that? She was like, what do you mean? My mom was in the back chilling. She come in there and she not even realizing that, yo, you cooking shrimp in the crib. You gotta let me know because he's allergic. Like, I could have literally died if I didn't wake up on time, yo. Like, because what happens is when you sleep, and this is what happens to a lot of people that have sleep apnea. When you sleep, if you can't really breathe, if you're not getting enough oxygen to your brain, what happens is you'll wake up like in a split, maybe 5 seconds. You'll wake up feeling normal, right? And next thing you know, your head will just start throbbing. That means you didn't get enough oxygen to the brain because when you're unconscious, you're unconscious. But what happens is you wake up and not enough oxygen to the brain, then your brain just feels like it's like aching because you realize in a conscious state you're up. So all of that pain that was in your head, you feel it now. And what happens is, boom, you have a headache. That's what happened. You didn't get enough oxygen to your brain. And that's what happened to me. I had a headache and the first thing come on. We think like, damn, head hurt. Let me go get some water. Oh, my back hurt. Let me go get some water. Oh, my eyes, stomach hurt. Water. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I did, and I was just grabbing my head like, the hell? And I looked, and I was like, yo, what are you doing? Shit was crazy. But yeah, but yes, but yeah, a lot of things with girls, more so boys, because let's just call it what it is, man. We need the men to be protectors of the community, but we need girls to be protected. So if I had a choice to say that which child or which gender is more important for survival of quote unquote the black community or so-called black community as you want to call it, I want to say the boys because the boys have to grow to be men, and if we have more men, we can look out for the girls that do grow to be adult women. And if women had a situation where they would grow up in homes where there are fathers and mothers who actually do love each other, who actually do care about family values, who actually do care about raising their children to be alike, to see men and women alike come together, because the way it should be is that families should get together, a man and a woman should get together so you can show the best example of your children so they see a reflection of what they want to be, meaning that my mom and dad love each other. I want to find that. I want to see that. I want to see this man one day in my life. I want to see this woman when I grow up. And those values are, Julio, bad, bruh. I'm gonna put a feature in Julio on my live, yo, cause he full of shit. Those values are lost in our community because now it's just all about just having babies. I was watching some on Facebook where now just motherfuckers are really saying they're allergic to condoms. Like, what the hell? Then, if you are allergic to condoms, let's just say you don't want to use rubbers. There's multiple ways to stop this. Like, yo, go get an IUD or whatever they call that shit, birth control. Tie your tubes. It's multiple ways to do this thing. If you don't want to have no more kids, I recommend you to tie them. If you know, you can always get them untied. I don't even know if that's a healthy thing. I don't know because I'm not a woman. I've never did the research on it. I never recommend that a woman should tie her tubes. I per se think that if it's a safe thing to do, if you don't want to have no more kids, do that. And if you just want to be clear about having sex and not having diseases, just then go get tested. And Julio is full of shit. Julio, bruh, bet. Okay, come here. He happy as hell. Come on, bro. Come on. Okay. All right. So, in closing, what I want to say to people is that you have to be aware that not only maybe just you got it figured out. You want more kids? Damn, Lodge, you want some more kids, bro? I want some more kids too, but I don't know. I would be a good father. Ain't that right, who? I'm like, goddamn right, bro. You just gave me some dental sticks. You always give me them good old dental sticks, bro. You take care of my teeth. Ain't that right, boy? Anyway, no, but I want more kids too. I don't want more kids. I want one more kid. I don't know about even that. You know what I'm saying? Are you about to call in? You can call in. The line's still open. Yeah, so there's a procedure for men. Yeah, but don't no man want to get no vasectomy. That shit is expensive. And surely we don't want nobody cutting on our nuts if it was cheap. It with 3 more women. He said with 3 more women. God damn. He said with 3. It was 3 more women. So yeah, forgot what the fuck I was talking about. He threw me out. But yeah, shit, what was I saying? What was I talking about? Yeah, man. We also have to think about when your kids go to these schools or when your kids interact with other kids, you don't know what's going on with them when they go home. When they go home, they might be getting beat every night. They might not have the fun that your child has. They might not have the life you live. They might not stay where you stay. They might have a terrible home inside, mentally, physically, and emotionally. They might have the most damaged thing, and coming to school to be around other kids who aren't or who don't share with the values they share, whether it be negative or anything. You never know. That might be their happiness. Coming to school, you know, and this might be their escape. You know what I mean? So you got to think about that too. It's a lot of abused kids who do come to school because everybody don't share the same life. Everybody don't have PlayStation, and everybody don't have cable, and everybody don't have the new Jordans, and everybody don't have a safe environment. So some kids go to school hear gunshots at night. Some kids that don't. You don't believe in birth control? I feel you on that. Women don't want surgeries either. Yeah, you're right. But they want to tie them tubes up. See, that didn't make sense, huh? A lot of women are tying their tubes, though. Facts. And a lot of them need to, goddamn it, for real. A lot of you don't need to tie their... Julio, say it's hard for me to find a woman I can get married with. Right? It's not that many of us out here in where I live at. It's a girl I know live in Knoxville, and she said she had a girl. She was on Craigslist. She had a girl. I'm like, man, I'm not coming all the way to now. I'm not driving 6 hours so you can mate when she come in heat. Like, yo, she was like, she want her daughter, she want her puppy to, she want her girl to have some puppies, and I was like, I think about that. I just thought, cause I hate to drive there and then they don't mate. That shit's gonna piss me off. And we need a contract too, cause I just want one puppy. I just want you to keep one. Ain't that right? Who? I just want you to keep. He looking at me like, nigga, what? He like, what you say, nigga? He looking at me crying like, what you say? He looked at the camera too, like, this nigga said you gonna keep one, nigga. I don't want no kids. I just want to make them. I don't want to have them. But he raised his ears. You fuck. Take your deadbeat ass home. You already thinking about you. You just want some pussy. Get home, boy. Anyway. Yeah, Logic said he's gonna call in. Wait on you call in. I don't see nobody on the line here. The call in line is at the bottom for those who can't see it, which I don't know how y'all can't see it. It's 605. Let me get my Barry White on. The call in line is 605-562-0444. The show ID is 206-1467. Call in now. We got the love making connection here. Like, bro, who told you to grab my hat, bro? Like, told you to grab my hat, yo. Hopefully Logic bless us with a call in real quick. I still want Logic to do that live about women hurting men, cause I'm pretty sure the ladies love Logic. Logic could get them to talk. They didn't want to talk to me. They ain't want no smoke with me about women hurting men. They ain't want to touch that. And no, I didn't want to talk about men hurting women. We don't want to talk about that. We hear that all the time. Everybody has done that show. Let's do a show about women hurting men for once. That's what I want to do. Rapper Casanova allegedly attacked a woman. Uh-oh.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's good, bro?
What is cracking, my G?
Not much, man. We got Logic on the line.
Shit, what's good? See, I came in on the end of the conversation, though. When I came in, I heard motherfucker like, hey, kids and tubes get tired and all that shit. I was like, hell no.
I was like, hell yeah. Because I was talking about, we was talking about on Facebook how they were talking about rubbers. They allergic to condoms. I was like, word? So I was like, if you're allergic to condoms, you want to have safe sex. You want to have safe sex,
right.
At least get a test so you don't catch diseases and find out a way to prevent pregnancy. There's ways to do all of that.
Yeah, I say it's a double-edged sword, man, with a lot of that stuff. And I just want to say this for the record because I know there's a lot of women in here. Men and women is fucked up to this situation because I got experience with this shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you'll find and then it's with the child. Like, I mean, I know this on topic though, but it's on topic what you just said down that Facebook post. But I understand women opinion that, you know how you ever had a woman say that, you know what, they'll say that I don't want to have a baby by a scrub, right?
Right.
But if you're not a scrub, they'll force a baby on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? One of my partners, right? He ended up having a baby by a gal. And I know that this gal was pregnant at least 2-3 times.
Ooh.
But they'll do something like tell them, like, I don't believe in abortion. Like, why you lying? Like, come on. We know you, bro. Like, you don't believe in abortion? No, you don't believe in abortion when it comes to him. You want to have his baby.
Exactly.
And then, but I look at the bigger aspect of it is like you look at it, and I understand to an extent. You know what? You just don't want to have a baby by anybody. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a baby by somebody that's financially stable. But if they can use basic logic to certain situations, like, you know what? I know this dude a scrub, right? Like, he's not financially stable. So the way they identify, they say he's a scrub. Okay, but you'll have a baby by somebody that's financially stable, but will be mentally fucked up.
Exactly. Because you're thinking
So
about the
I
money,
don't.
you ain't thinking about who they are, personality-wise.
Yeah, it's a awkward dynamic, and if you look at it, like on some aspect of it, I understand. I can sit here and say, "Hey, look, I would rather have a baby by somebody that's more stable than you see what I'm saying. That got a stable, you know what I'm saying. That got stability in their life than somebody that don't." But when they go to stuff like, you know what? Because I mean, they only don't believe in condoms when the situation fits their narrative. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I don't know. I mean, I think that, shit, man, I'm gonna call it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that shit don't make no sense to me, bro. I just don't understand how, you know what, we had just, I don't know, we got double standards. Yeah, call in. One of y'all women call in so y'all can help me understand this situation. Or I'm gonna fuck around and go live and ask that same question.
Yeah, Teresa had to pick her son
Stuff.
up. I wanted to get it. She was on the line, but she had to go pick her son up. So, but yeah,
Oh, Miss Ware?
yeah, Miss Ware, she was gonna call in, but she had to pick her son up, so she left out.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it
So
come down to it, I honestly, I look at it like in 2018 and beyond, if you want to have a baby, you want to have a baby. This shit is preventable now. Like, there's no way around this. And it's this, and we talking about before you even get pregnant. There's ways to prevent that. Yet alone, when you have the baby, it's ways to prevent that within what 48 hours with the morning after pills, with 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that. It's ways to prevent that.
I think it's called the morning after pill. Is it? I think it's 48 hours.
Yeah, 48. So I mean, if you ain't got the money for a morning after pill, you don't need to be fucking around like that anyway. That's how I look at it. Like if you can't stop the 48-hour process, you definitely gonna have a hell of 18 years.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Disrespect for this conversation too, though, because like our shit is over. Like we done. Well, you know what? We gotta actually start talking with each other so we can prepare our kids. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, so I mean, I'm like, hey, if somebody say they don't believe in something, like you said, somebody say they don't believe in rubbers, right?
Yeah.
And then is that true? You see what I'm saying? Like, is that really true?
Right.
Or or is it more of a double standard and a cop out? Because I done had women that hit me up with that. I don't believe in rubbers. When I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I still pop that pussy though. But you know what I'm saying, now I'm like, hell, fuck no, man, get the fuck away from me with your ass. Or they'll do some shit like, well, I'm on a pill.
Right.
No, man, I ain't fuck around with that shit. Nah.
Yeah, because you'll go in, you'll believe it, and the next thing you know, oh, I forgot. Got you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I know too many niggas that fell for that. Too many.
It's an opiate though.
Yeah.
It's an opiate though. But you know what I'm saying? I look at it though. It's a deeper understanding to it though. And then we coming from a man's perspective, so we looking at it one sided. So you know what I'm saying? The whole scenario. I mean, a woman can probably better explain it from their perspective though. But I just literally, I mean, I'm not trying to trash no woman or whatever, but I just want somebody to help me understand. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, because, I've dated women that was on pills, and, man, they would slip up. I'd be like, yo, it's 3 o'clock. Why this Monday still here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? For real. Hey,
all right, I'm telling you.
Hold on, we got Miss Ware on the we got Miss Ware on the line. How you doing, Miss Ware? How you doing?
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Hello, Logic.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Yeah, I was just calling in. You had made a comment earlier, Huggie, about how you feel that it's sometimes the mother who is, I guess you can say, at fault for the child going through, or the woman going through abusive situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just saying I agree with that because even though the father is the person who is the man who controls the home and whatever, but as far as the emotional aspect comes from from the family, comes from the mother. And like you said, some abuse is not always physical; it can be mental as well too.
Indeed. That's mainly the worst kind of abuse, because mental abuse ruins your psyche, you know.
Mhm.
It ruins your
Mhm.
self-esteem, especially if you're young.
Mhm.
So, and that's
Right.
what happens to a lot of young kids. They have no motivation to do better, be better, because their parents don't instill anything in them at all.
Mhm.
That's why my son, he shit on the principal. Like, yo, he told him, I think I look good. How you what you think? He was like, he wanted to tuck his shirt in. Like, no, I look good. What you think?
Right. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, all these
I
girls said I
agree.
look fly. What you mean? You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
I'm in agreement with that. And like I said, it didn't got to the point where we have parents who we have to think about everybody else now. We have to think about, man, I wonder what this kid that's friends with my kid going through. That's why
Mhm.
when it come down to, I'm pretty sure Logic can feel me on this. Anybody that's friends with my kid, I need to know who they are. I need to know who their parents are. Where the
I
uncles,
agree.
where the dads, where the brothers, where the sisters. I need to know everything. Where y'all live at?
Mhm.
What do you do?
Exactly. I was just about to say that, especially the living arrangements. And to some people, that may seem like, oh, she's fine or she's being nosy. No, that's the upbringing of a child. Their living arrangements, how they live, how their household ran. Is whether it's a two parent or one parent household, and that
Exactly.
makes a big difference.
Right.
And I only have one. He's an adult, okay. But when he was a child, I kind of was one of those wing mothers. You don't spend the night over anybody's house. If they want to come over here, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I just wasn't free. If it wasn't my mom or my brother, he didn't do sleepovers. He didn't or whatever, because you can never know what's going on inside a person's house. Everything
Exactly.
may look good from the outside, but the inside can just be terrible.
Right.
And once a child is, scarred physically, emotionally, abused or whatever, it's hard for that child to go over. So we're here to be, to protect them from that. But I also wanted to raise up, it was another issue that you said that you think that when it comes to abuse, or I think you were saying that it's more important that we make sure that it's our responsibility that our sons, I guess you were saying, get not be abused, because they go to be men.
Yeah.
I
Cause
don't. Am I stating that right?
somewhat.
You,
What I was saying is that you want the boys are more important, because the boys protect the daughters, because the daughters eventually become women, and the boys need to be on the front line when they become men, because if there's no men around to protect the women are gonna have control. Which, when you look at it now, they do. Single parent households are at like 70% and growing, and there's no men around, and most of their psychological programming is, we don't need them. So the
right.
change of that is where you put men in place. You got to put us back in the
Mhm.
front, because if you put us back in the front like it used to be, things were
Mhm.
totally different. Even though they weren't the best, but they still were different. Totally different.
Okay.
But don't nobody believe
I
in that.
agree.
But that's fact though. Like, you can't compare the
That's
60s
fact,
and the
right?
70s to the 90s and beyond. So it is what it is.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I want to say,
Once the go
yeah,
ahead.
I want to share something, because it was something I found out today. Logic, are you there?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Are you familiar with this YouTuber named CJ So Cool? I know your kids at least watch him. I know they do.
Uh, no, my kids don't watch him though.
Okay. He one of the biggest YouTubers. He do pranks and stuff, and he's like a military guy, for the record. and he has this big mansion. He do pranks on his wife and his kids, and they do pranks on him. And lately, he's been under fire because he had, mistreated the stepdaughter and called her. What was the thing he called her? He said, "Oh, no, I don't want to misquote what he said. It was something about she was a leftover. So it was something he said. I can't remember what it was. He grabbed her by her face and like pulled her and said, "Look at the TV," And then lately, you got this thing where the wife was doing a prank on him, and he got upset and he grabbed her, and it was like one of these scenes that was taken out that somebody got a hold of where he edited out, and you actually get to see him like snap out, like you never seen him upset because he's always smiling, and he was like, "Where my shoes at?" And he was cursing, and shout out to Bars and Real Talk. She was the one that put the video up, and I was shocked. Like, you never know. Like, a lot of these people, these celebrities on YouTube, they might be abusing their kids in the home. You never know what type of demons is really going on. Because let's be real, the dude got what, 5 million subscribers. He's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, and kids look up to that dude. So, and they look up to the family-oriented lifestyle and having these big cars and jewelry and clothes and making y'all laugh with pranks, and next thing you know, behind the scenes, he's abusing the kids and abusing the wife, mistreating the daughter that isn't his daughter. I've seen that personally on the video. I didn't like that.
Right. Yeah. Well, it just goes to show how dumbed down that the whole world, black, white, male, female has become to be, all for the sake of social media, YouTube, whatever. Just to get their face and their name out there, not having any morals or humility to themselves.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, you said so he did this on live? Oh, he just got busted, right? And somebody just reposted the video.
Yeah, they posted the video. It's one of the outtakes that he forgot to take out. Like, cause I'm pretty sure when they do these pranks, they edit out certain parts you don't see. In this particular scene, his wife is pranking him, and he's being abusive. Like, he's like off the camera, he grabs her. She's like, "No, like stop playing." With just a prank, and he's going off. And once he realized he's pranking, the kid's like, "Daddy, it's just a prank." And he was like, you can see how furious he was. You could see he was really angry, and it wasn't an act. You know what I'm saying? You could tell.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was going to say. How do we know that wasn't a prank?
Well, yeah, they were pranking him, but he was going off. Like, he wasn't happy.
Serious.
Yeah, he was real serious, and you could hear her say, "Stop, stop, stop." CJ's so cool. Matter of fact, let me see. I could put my screenshot up here. Let me put me back down. I'm gonna see if I can put it on the screen real quick. Let me put me back down here.
Let me see your transition skills.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Let me put this over here. Yeah. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, let me put that right there. All right, here we go. Add source, screen capture. Let's see, desktop 1. YouTube. Where you at?
And while you're pulling it up, I just want to say before I hang up, that we as especially as black women, we need to start back in incorporating the black man into the picture of being into the family, instead of bragging about being a single parent, because the household was never meant to be a single parent unless your husband died or you all just had to go through a divorce or some extreme case or something. But we just need to get back into having a 2-parent household.
Indeed.
Oh man, that's good. Hey, I got something to ask you, sis, about that, because I think I was talking about this on the DJ show I was doing the other day, and then because it's strange when you listen to music, you'll see a transition, and you kind of see like people the way they feel about certain topics. And then we was doing the Beyonce. And then we looked at the transition from Beyonce to Bills. Then we looked at the transition from a soldier. Then her transition to actually be a woman, she transitioned to the cater to you.
Right.
But what my biggest thing about it is that when she's at the Bill stage, when she's at, and that's like the Carly B, the the Nicki Minaj stage. What happened is that that's in the limelight, so that grooms our babies to actually they don't look at the cater to you stage Beyonce. You see what I'm saying? They miss that portion of it, and I think it's important because I don't think it's popular in the black community to actually cater, you know what I'm saying, to your man, and then it should be vice versa. A man should automatically by default cater to their woman. It should be a balanced relationship.
Exactly.
And I think because of that need, it women don't necessarily need it and men don't necessarily need it. So now you have a void in the household, and in my opinion, that's child abuse.
Right.
Raising, you know what I'm saying? For me, I feel like a lot of times I'm abusing my child by trying to raise them by myself. Because there's certain things that I can't tell my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Or it's certain conversations that, I kind of feel uncomfortable. I'm more comfortable with doing it to my, have a conversation with my son. But at the same time, a lot of times I'm not as understanding as a woman would be, a nourisher. You see what I'm saying? Like, daddy gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, he gonna scuff you up. And you need to go over there and let your mama clean your wounds up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm taking it to that ass. And see, that's the relationship I got with my kids. So now, I feel like not necessarily child abuse, something gonna take this clip and do it. But the balance even with my kids is off because they got a protector that's doing all these different things, and I don't know how to balance myself. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then that's why I said that's where the two parents come in, because like I said earlier, the mother brings about the emotional side and the caring side, whereas the father is the breadwinner. He's supposed to be anyway the leader and the protector, and without that mother presence being there, sometimes you can lose sight on being compassionate towards them, or just even emotionally and feeling. And with most guys, you don't get that because they are stern. And by you being in the Army, and you probably have strict guidelines, which there's nothing wrong with that, because you have to have that in a household, especially when you have a daughter. And my thing is, as you were saying about the Beyonce in the earlier years, it was like bills, or to the left, and all this, and as she got older, put a ring on it, whereas your audience that was following you the previous year, you were just telling them, you're irreplaceable. Now you got a ring on it, and I'm married, and I'm doing all this and that. My point is, when you're younger, you're ignorant like that. Okay? And especially to these young girls out here who are listening to that, and they, are having these, are having babies or whatever, they can't decipher, what's real and what's not real.
Exactly.
Right.
And so they don't know. That's Beyonce's job, is to put music out there. Okay, it's for her to sell records. She's an entertainer.
Right.
Don't put your life or your reality into a singer or an actress, because that's what they are.
I got a quick question for you though. See, how many people that was caught up in the bills, irreplaceable soldier stage that never made it to the cater to you stage? You see what I'm saying?
Right, and there we go.
They became victims. Yeah, they became mental victims in the bills stage. And now, while Beyonce is progressing as a woman, because she's doing music, you know what I'm saying? She's just doing music to entertain people, but she's progressing as a woman. That's the negative effect of our music. And you feel what I'm saying? Like how these guys on YouTube be role models, and their life is not transparent at all. You see what I'm saying? They don't be transparent. They get on YouTube, they say stuff, people like to listen to them, they believe them, but in all actuality, they the worst ones. They the fellas. You know what I'm saying? They the better.
I do.
They the ones that got all the issues. They got all the problems. They doing all the crazy shit in the real life, and they bring it to YouTube. That's why the beef. That's why beef happens so fast, because it's people. They bring, it's like destructive souls bring they destructive mentality to YouTube, and we don't look and see, why do I take advice from above? Oh, hold on one minute, I got to let my door.
That's why it's just not good to idolize any man, and God tells you that He is a jealous God. You're not to put anyone over Him. And my point, and some women get upset, but even when at work, when I'm saying this, it is a man's responsibility to be a man in the household. It is not the woman's responsibility to talk over that man, especially when he's disciplining the children, when he's setting guidelines, when he's setting the rules in the home. You may not agree with it.
Right.
But when he's putting his foot down, you're not to interrupt that. You're not to go against the father in the household, especially in front of those children, because they take and manipulate that.
Indeed.
And the main thing, I'm probably getting off topic here. The main thing that probably excluded the man from the household is when, and I'm gonna say this, is when welfare and SNAP was introduced into the family, as far as black family.
Right.
Because then that left that woman to say, hey, I don't need you. You can get up and you can get out of here. I can go and sign up for assistance. I don't need you. But yeah, as far as the income or that part goes, but yeah, you did need him to still be that protector.
Right. I'm glad you said that, because if I said that, boy, I'd been mad at me. Because you're right.
A lot of women, they get mad at me for saying that, because that is true. And see, when that came about, that broke down the black family right then and there. So then you have that man say, okay, well, yeah, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Right.
It
replaced the protector. And
did.
Even the deeper aspect of it is what happened is that it wasn't a need for cops, because you had a community and you had a man in the house. So it wasn't a need. It wasn't a big need for cops. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at, you know what I'm saying, back then when the black family structure was together, you know what I'm saying? There's like it was a community that served the role as a protector, and it was also that man in the house that served the role as a protector. So what they did is what they single-handedly they stripped the man out of something for a man. They stripped him out of it. They got so many different names for it. It's all kind of Applebee's. But yeah, you got to realize. But then, like, and I say this all the time, black people are emotional and lazy. So now, after that generation of defect had kicked in, to where we look and say, hey, you know what? Why would I go and work for anything when I can just have a child and I can, you know what I'm saying?
That is my whole point. Now, getting back onto the topic, now that man has been excluded from that household because you have taken him out of the equation, now you have allowed abuse to come in, and it started with the mother.
Yeah,
now, does it make sense? Now, some people
they don't like that. They don't like that.
When I say that,
but you can say that over here.
Like that, but that is the truth. Because it started with the mother, because sometimes a woman, they don't want to heed to a man. And if you are that, if you know, so you have to be honest with yourself, because I'm speaking on me right now. Because now at the age of 43, with an adult child who is 23, I'm looking back and I'm saying, wow, some things could have been different. Only if I would have allowed such and such, and not thinking that, a woman can't do everything. A woman is not supposed to hold down the household by herself.
Exactly.
So now you're out here struggling and you're looking, dating and on a dating scene. Now you're allowing abuse to come at your house. I'm not saying that I did, However, I'm saying these are the circumstances that happen when there is not a man there.
Right.
So now you're letting all kind of snakes and dogs and rats in your house. And that's how the abuse begins to start. Because now you're open. In other words, you know, your door is just swinging open. It's not locked. It's not under protection. You know.
Let me. Yeah, you said what now?
What with the chat? Everybody stop chatting.
I don't know. Maybe they just listening. We still live. No buffering.
Okay.
Not that I know of. Yeah, you still. Yeah, the chat's still running. No. That's good. We need a woman's point of view, and I'm glad we got one. So.
Oh shit! Hey, I gotta go.
You know, I'm just saying.
Okay, Lodge.
All right, bro.
I appreciate you coming through, bro. Yeah. So we got I got a video here I want to share with y'all. I was just talking about the CJ So Cool guy, right? And it was a video that Boss put up, and it's supposed to be old, but I guess they found like some uncut, videos. So here we go. I don't know if you can see it. You might have to look it on your device. Do you see it up here? I'm gonna play it now. All right, here we go. And shout out to Bars and Real Talk for putting it up too. This is her channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to her.
Where's my phone? I need.
Baby, come here. Come help
Where's
this.
my shoes, bro? Where's my shoes at? Where's my shoes, bro? I'm not playing with you. Where's my shoes? It's a what?
Like if you listen to it real close, he was like, "It's a what?" And she was like, "It's a prank." And he grabbed her. You can see like before he got off camera, he grabs her like by her neck. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "No, it's a prank." You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all playing, that's not even a good thing to joke around that he's really upset like that. You know what I mean? And you can see right there, like he grabs her by her neck. And you could tell like he almost threw her down. You know what I'm saying? He's a big dude. He gotta be about what, 6'2", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? A military guy, been in the army, buff dude. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "I'm not playing with you. Where my shoes at?" He said.
The prank, Rosie. Where's my shoes at?
Yeah.
Rosie,
Calm down.
where did you put my shoes at?
You see his fist balled up. You see it?
Put my shoes at. Back up, bro. Where's my shoes at?
Baby, it's a prank. Calm down.
What is this? Where's my shoes?
Oh my gosh. Baby, calm
Because
down.
he want to get her, but he knows
He's on camera. He knows that he's aware now. And you see what I'm saying? Now this thing here is somewhat misleading, but the whole thing about him being in the military, a lot of guys in the military do have, a lot of shell shock, things. So I don't know his experience. Everybody don't have the same experience, so I can't really, speak on that.
My brother has it. Yeah. My brother has it.
Baby, calm down. Come on. Calm down. Does that look like all of it?
Where's my shoes, Rosie?
That's all your shoes?
No, it's not. Get this camera out of my face. Where's my shoes?
They're upstairs.
See, and when they play and they joke, he don't say things like that. Eventually, he tries to at least somewhat like be nice. He's not even being nice. He's so mad because he's not even caring about. And I don't care about what y'all think. Move this camera out my face. You see what I'm saying? Now check this out.
Baby, you really took it that far.
Yeah, Daddy.
You can tell it's old because they're not even in that little house no more. They're in a mansion now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this has got to be probably 2 or 3 years old.
Okay.
Calm down, CJ.
What the fuck is my shit, bro?
It's alright.
Fuck that.
No,
Dude,
it's
my
alright.
$10,000 shoes, bro.
They're just shoes.
Where's my shit, bro?
They're just shoes.
They're not just. I'm tired of people saying they're just shoes.
It's alright.
They not just shoes to me. Where they at?
Prank, CJ. It's a freaking prank.
If it's a break, my shit at? Where my shit?
See you cursing. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him curse, on a recent live. See, look at the girl. Do you see the kids walk away?
Mm-hmm.
See that?
It's a freaking prank.
The weight is off.
So they probably knew that, okay, Dad is really upset now.
Uh-huh.
He's not, he's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Prank me, right?
So what did you care about before
See
you
what I'm saying, how the dynamic of the household has changed? That's straight up just foolery right there.
Right. And see, that's the thing. We was just talking about what Logic said about the girl want to be pregnant because she don't like the guy's personality. She just like the fact that he got money. And this dude got a lot of money. I just call it what it is. He got bread. Like this is this is probably one of these 1,500 square foot homes. Man, he got like a 4,000 square foot mansion now. So that it came way up. Camera quality, all that is different. You could tell this is like the beginning. Like a lot of these videos they probably took down, and you know what I mean.
My shoe.
Here we go. So he also throws in her face that it's his money. You see?
Right.
He always reminds her. Yeah, I noticed that.
And you know why? When a guy does that, when he throws up, you know that this is my money, or these are my things. It's because he knows the type of woman that he has, that she is caught up into money and things.
Yeah, and he takes care of her because she doesn't have to work.
I was just saying that's just to keep over her head, or keep in her mind, to let her know, you know, this is, you know, what it is.
Exactly.
I know that's why you're here.
Right.
And she's not going anywhere.
Nah, she ain't going. She's not going back to. I think she came from. I know he's from Gary, Indiana. I forgot where she's from, but she ain't going back where she came from. Not after this lifestyle.
No.
Nah, it's like just imagine trying to meet this woman when they break up. Like just think about little old me, right? I'm a security guard, I'm a driver, and boom, you know, I'm just a regular guy. She ain't dealing with. She's not gonna take that many steps back when she had this guy with all this money. You know what I'm saying? Which is another harsh reality. A lot of people, they don't take steps back like that. Maybe they would, maybe they won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just depends on the person.
Dang. M.I.G.?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't need your help, CJ.
You don't need my help.
No.
What are you talking about? How you not need my help?
I mean, I think I'm in the situation right now where I'm pretty okay right now.
You have no money.
Damn, that's cold blooded. And I've been in situations where I've been like the provider. I've never done that. I would do that when a person try to like go out, like try to mistreat the fact that they don't need me. I would remind her like, no, don't be trying to like talk bad about the fact that you got something going on. Like, yo, you wouldn't have made it there without me. I do that to remind you, like, don't talk crazy to me. Like, you wouldn't have this car without me. And I would do that, but I wouldn't be like throwing it in your face like for no reason. Like, oh, word, you ain't got no money. I used to have to just give people a reality check. Now, if you give it a reality check, that's one thing. But don't just be like, oh, you ain't got no money. Like, which is weird.
And because when you're doing that, you're controlling. See, you know, people, you know, and, you know, some men and women as well get off on controlling other people.
And then,
you know, that's their high.
Exactly.
You know.
It's the other one I want to show y'all about the daughter. I forgot. I get to hear what he said. I forgot what he said, but let me check this out.
Well, I couldn't see none of that. Get back up. It's too blurry. Now I say, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Again, the better way. Look at the computer, you reject.
He called her a reject. That's what he said.
Oh my goodness.
That's what he said. Now that's, I could have punched him in his face for saying that shit. Because that shit ain't cool. You don't never call no other child. Because listen, my baby mom, 2 stepdaughters, right? I never mistreated them, no matter what the case may be. I probably couldn't stand their mom, but I've always treated them fair and nice to the point where now, her oldest daughter is 16. Her dad brings her over my house when my son is here. And he'll leave. And he say, hey, what's up? Because he trusts me. This type of shit ain't cool, like calling her a reject, because, you know, one of my baby mom kids ain't got no dad. I wouldn't dare say no shit like that, like calling her a reject because she ain't got no dad. Like, that's fucked up. Because now you drill that in her head, and eventually she going to be thinking, damn, I'm a reject.
And see, that's what you. First of all, that's the first thing we were saying. That's abuse, which is mental. And the second thing with the mom is she's not going anywhere because she's wrapped up into the money and stuff. She's not looking at how he's mentally abusing her child.
Exactly. And she's gonna accept it because it's all about the bread. It ain't about who he is. Because you know, like he said, you ain't got no money.
Right.
Reject. Start over. Dude,
well,
start over.
And then he grabs her by the face and makes her look at the screen. That really made me mad.
Yeah.
I get mad every time I look at that.
His hand, in her face and her mouth like that.
Yeah, I get mad every time I look at that. I can't even watch that no more because that pisses me off. It really does. Like I looked at this dude like cause that's the thing. I told my son the other day, like, man, you don't know these people on YouTube. Like people don't know me. I tell people all the time. We was on YouTube court, like I don't know people. Like I don't know shit about these people on YouTube. Y'all don't know what these people do when they turn the camera off. Y'all don't know if they snorting blow, doing crack, drinking. Y'all don't know what they doing. They might be beating their kids. You don't know what's up. You don't. Let's just call it what it is. Just like CJ, 5 million subscribers, millions of kids look up to him. He rap. He's a funny prankster, and now you see the real him. And now you're disappointed. Cause I am. I really am. I said, damn, this little perfect teeth bastard is mistreating these kids and this whole family. And he might not do it every day, but he got the potential to, ruin these kids' lives. And all they think about is the money.
Well, right. And abuse doesn't have to occur every day. That's the thing about it. It's a I think you said earlier, it's a psyche thing.
Right.
It doesn't have to occur every day.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like I don't know. I don't know what it's like to just treat kids that way. I just don't. Goodness.
Yeah.
Punch him in the shit. Anyway, you got any closing words before we go? Because I got to at least get up out of here by 10. I got to be at work in a little bit. You want to share something with the people?
I was just glad I had a chance to call back before you got out of here, and I'm about to get out of here myself. But good topic, and I was glad to be able to speak with you.
Hey, I'm glad to have you on. Would I be the only channel you ever spoke on live?
No, there's only one that I spoke on prior to this, and that was on Chosen when I had him set up on my account through Patreon. One time, and that was it.
Okay, so you from the Chosen Asylum too, huh?
No, I you know what, I had to, and I'm gonna be real before, so I won't keep you long. When started coming into play, and I had to let it go because it just started getting to be foolish.
Yeah.
But I really do believe he started out trying to seek truth. But in the end, as looking at other people's videos and stuff, I've now gained my own mind that this case is either fake or they were trying to do a remake of some type of movie and something bad just happened. But this is the only channel that I called the second time that I've done this.
I feel honored then, because I see you all the time. I say, yo, she got to call him on my channel, yeah. So I feel honored though, because I see you all the time. And because in the beginning, Chosen was cool in the beginning. It just seemed like it just turned into a circus. It was not a circus in the beginning. And I wasn't even a part of it. I just came around because, let's call it what it is. He got the potential to do a good job. Whether you like it or not, he got a good potential with that. You know what I'm saying? So I always looked at it like, I said, he got the women over there paying that bread. I ain't never gonna knock the hustle because he ain't stole nothing from nobody. Let's call it what it is. He took nothing from nobody. You know what I mean? They willfully went in their pockets and they gave up their bread. So that's not thieving. That's not stealing. So, but yeah, I appreciate it. We're gonna close out here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I want to thank Miss Ware for calling in, giving us her point of view. I appreciate Logic for calling in. Make sure y'all subscribe to Food, Clothing, Shelter. Oh, Clothing, Music, and Shelter. I keep getting it wrong. I think about the 5% thing. Food, Clothing, Music, and Shelter. Shout out to him, and we're gonna check in and we're gonna check out. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is the second Huggie Pacino Live. Hopefully they lift this strike on the Huggie Pacino Live 1. In the meantime, make sure you hit the description box, subscribe to all channels and all the active channels. You can either sub to all of them or just sub to the 6. There's 6 channels with 6 different things I do, and we'll keep it going. I'll see y'all later on. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and y'all be easy.
Have a good night. Be safe.
All right, be safe. Y'all be easy.